Hey guys, it's me again. I'm still driving to Culver City to repair the iPhone 6s. I just thought I should talk to you guys about some of the updates from Apple on the new iPhone 8, or aka iPhone 10. It's actually called iPhone X, just X for 10, Roman numeral. And pretty much they said that the phone is going to be available in October or November because there was a delay in some testing that kind of had a little drawback in of the release date. So if I were you, I'll just wait and not update any phone until the 8 comes, unless you really need to, and then go for it. Then go ahead and get the 7, because you can always upgrade that to the 8 by returning the phone back to Apple, since after 6 months you're eligible to swap it. So that's one thing you can do. Second is, I would recommend just waiting for it, or if anything, get the red one, because that one will have a more value to on the more visual value when you're selling it, and this way you can sell that phone. And by the 8, when it comes out, or you can keep that phone until the 8 goes down, the price drops, and then you can even buy that after that. But in the meantime, don't waste your money on buying the 7 unless you really need to. Just wait for the 8, because it's gonna be a beautiful phone. I already have an actual picture of it, and I will upload on this vlog, so you'll see what it looks like. It is so amazing. It's just like, it kind of looks like the Samsung in a way, even though I'm not a Samsung fan, but I do love the whole slim, seamless look of Samsung. But I love the iOS processor and interface. It's just beautiful. So what I'll do is I'll upload that here, a few pictures, and they're pretty close to the real one. They say it's concept, but it's from a source that I've had shots before, and they were always very accurate. So I'm pretty sure this one is going to be accurate as well. So definitely wait for that. And in the meantime, let's see, what else should we talk about? Let's talk about charging your phone. Don't use aftermarket chargers to charge your phone. The reason why, because they damage the charging port, and then they damage the battery. So what happens is your battery gets a bad charge because it's not getting the charge from it's not getting the proper charge from the aftermarket cable or dock, the wall dock. So you always want to use at least the original dock, which is the wall charger, and then the cable. I mean, buy the, if not Apple, buy the Apple authorized, like the ones that actually are certified Apple, chipped, so they will actually give out the right charge. Like the ones that I'll recommend is original AT&T cable, or Verizon, or Sprint, like those that are actually authentic. Also, Acne is a good brand too, but I would go with the Apple one if you can afford it. And we also sell the Apple product as well. We just don't have the right to sell at this time because we're not resellers, but we do actually sell it for less than Apple does. So if you're a customer, we can always sell you one as part of the repair, but not individually though, since we have a reseller permit for Apple products. We're not Apple authorized. But anyways, but we will be in the future, just not right now, because when you're Apple authorized, you gotta go with all of their stuff, so you literally cannot repair anything besides the battery and screen, which literally just kind of ties you down. And many Apple authorized shops can tell you this, that it's like literally being trapped or cuffed down, because Apple literally makes sure that you don't really have any part besides the simple parts, and they encourage assembled, like full assembled repairs, not anything that has to do with opening the phone and going through detail and getting an actual part replaced. So anyways, that was kind of steering off the subject, but not really. Just to just kind of just give that option. Always buy the original charger and dock, and you will be happy, and you don't have to. And the other thing that the aftermarket chargers do and the docks is they can actually damage your phone, and then your phone becomes irreparable, and which means that your phone, even if you change the battery and the charging port through a shop, the mom and pop shops or the chains, you can't really still use your phone because the IC chip inside, it burnt from getting too much bad charge going through it. So pretty much, and the IC chip is on your logic board, so if that is damaged, then that thing is the one that actually takes the charge from the battery, from the charging port to the battery. So if the middleman is dead, you can't really, even if you replace both, you will not be able to fix it. So you got to go through a shop that does micro soldering, which will cost you like $150 or $20, which is almost like going to Apple and paying them that money to get the phone swapped, you know. So I mean, it's not encouraged. So I would definitely go with just using the proper charger. And when you feel like your charger is not working anymore, well, if you're still under the 1-year warranty, you can go to Apple Store, and Apple will give you a brand new battery, brand new cable for free of charge, and swap it. Even that was set on the dock. So, and then there's one other thing. If your actual charger is not working, a lot of times it's the outlet that you're using. Sometimes some outlets are bad and some are good. So if you're getting a good charge before and you just start getting a bad charge, always check the outlet and make sure the outlet is actually a good working outlet. Because sometimes that's the key. That's the actual reason why it's not working. Not because your charger just not working. It's just because the outlet is just bad. And then by keep using the bad outlet, you can actually damage your charger and your data cable. And that's how usually chargers are destroyed, because the outlet gives it a short circuit and it damages your cable and the dock. So other than that, that's pretty much it. So that's covered, and then let's see what else should we talk about since I'm driving there. I want to use my time wisely and just educate you guys so you'll be smart about your iPhones and your mobile devices from Apple. So what else should we talk about? When you're changing the battery, once you change the battery, always before we talk about the battery, well, first of all, you always want to get an Apple original battery. Even if you go to a shop, ask for Apple original, because those batteries actually last long. And if you have to go to Apple for anything, if they open your phone and they see there's an aftermarket battery inside, they right away know that an unauthorized Apple store had opened the phone, and they will not touch your phone for any reason. So you definitely don't want that, you know. So, but one thing you should not do also is don't charge your phone in the car. Try to charge your phone less in the car and more at home, because by charging the phone in the car, most of the time, I mean, let's say you have that habit of charging, like always just like letting your phone go down at 40%, knowing that you're going to be in the car anyway. So why not you'll charge it? No. When you're at home and you're not using your phone, put it on charge. That's like the smartest thing you can do. You don't have to be like stuck on the charger the whole time and not be able to use and become not be mobile just because your phone is charging. No, you pretty much just want to charge your phone when you're not using it. And the reason why, because when you charge your phone most of the time in your car, it's just the same way that how you kind of get a bad charge from using the aftermarket charger. You get the same exact charge from the car, because you're literally getting the amp is different, so it just gets a bad charge. One way you can get a good charge is by buying additional or using the same Apple data cable in your car, and then making sure the little Apple the charger that you're putting inside your the car or the cigarette outlet is a good brand, or like something original, like a brand name that has a good known reputation for being a good charger. So that's really important for you to know that, because this way you definitely are extending the life of your phone, the battery, and your charging port, because you just use the proper gear for your iPhone in the car. And a lot of people, what they also do, which is smart, is they have those things, which I'm not saying you go buy one, but if you have one of those actual like wall outlets in your car, like a 12 amp, then you should definitely use that as well in the car. And actually you use a plug instead of the car charger. And the car charger is supposed to be like when you really need to charge your phone, not for everyday use, for you to just plug it in and just be in the habit of plugging it in. And most of our customers are from Uber and Lyft, and the reason why, because they have this thing of they always plug their phone 24 hours a day, and they assume that as long as the phone is plugged to their thing, the battery will always be good and you'll not lose charge. But what they don't know is that's how you damage your battery quicker than a year, and that's how you damage your charging port, because the charging port is in a constant use and abuse mode, you know. And you can go to 100%, but because it's getting so much bad charge from the car charger outlet, the bad amp, then it's literally destroying the actual charging port chip and also the battery as well. And don't forget, like when you're charging the phone, it's the reason why there's a thing here is there's a conflict, because your phone actually likes to take good lithium charge when you're charging the phone from the wall. So when you're charging half from the wall and half from the car most of the time, or more from the car and less from the wall, you just have a bunch of bad charge all kind of getting mixed together, you know. And that's something that you don't want to do. I mean, you don't want to have a bad charge mixed with a good charge, and then just becomes the whole thing. But if you do realize that your battery is losing charge much quickly than before, the best thing to do before charging your battery and wasting your money, or having to kind of just not waste your money, but instead of having to spend money on your battery, first thing I would do because you might still have a chance that your phone is still good, your battery. What you do is you just let your phone die, and then when it dies, then you just plug it to the wall and charge it for 8 hours straight. That's one way of getting the battery like a fresh start. So it'll kind of have all the good charge particles, like the good charge units in the phone, you know. So this way, your lithium is like a kind of replenished back to its original state by getting all wall charge only, not the car charge. And then don't charge the battery for a whole 24 hours in the car, only on the wall or from your MacBook. That's fine too. And the reason why, because this way your battery will get a fresh start and it'll feel fresh and it'll work normally for 24 hours, and then after that you can still use your car charger whenever you need to, but just try to stick with the wall charger routine, and that will keep your battery working longer, and it'll last longer as far as its lifespan is in that state, pretty much, yeah. So that's about it, kids. I am driving still. I have another 15 minutes to go. We just killed 15 minutes by talking about iPhone, and hopefully that kind of taught you guys some things to kind of take care of your phone wisely. And let's see, what else should we talk about? We have 15 more minutes. That's me to exit already. I just exited the freeway. Are you serious? This is funny. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna take the freeway all the way because I know where I'm going, and this thing is gonna take me somewhere else. I don't want to take the street anymore. Yeah. I'll just take the freeway this time. It might be a little longer, but it'll just be faster though. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I mean, what else should we talk about since we're still driving now? Let's talk about our mailing service. We, as Phon-Er, we're based out of home office, and because we're mostly mobile now, but we also do mailing as well. So if you are located in, let's say, Arizona, right, or Texas, or New York, you can just very well ship us your phone, and then what will happen is we'll just fix your phone, and then we'll priority mail back to you, or even overnight it if your phone is if you prefer overnight. But if we do a free priority mail, which takes 2 days exactly, or you can do overnight by paying us $10 more, and then we'll do an overnight, and then we'll just pay the rest. Like where there's like $20, we'll pay $10 from us and $10 from you. But the priority mail, which costs us around $8-9 with insurance and everything, it will pretty much be free of charge as long as you ship to us. And this way you kind of still save, because as the mailing orders, we kind of give you a break on the price, and we don't charge you tax, so you kind of get a good deal. Plus a lot of states and a lot of shops like New York, they charge way more than we charge in California, especially Los Angeles, because there's too many shops, and the competition just makes everyone else pay less for the repair, which is a good thing for you guys. And it's okay for us because we still make our money, and I personally, I don't mind making less. I would like to have more customers and a better reputation for being a good business owner and a business provider and a service provider, and that's what I kind of actually take in as being more valuable than something like, oh, we're just making that extra $20 that some malls or shops will charge you. Like per se, a charging port may cost at a mall like $95, and we charge $50 for most of them. So you literally are saving half by going with us. And so yeah, so that's that. But yeah, so we have a mailing service, and you can check us out by going to Phon-Er, phon-er.com, phon-er.com, or you can just check us out on iPhone Repair 24. That's iPhone Repair 24, all one word, and the 24 is the numeric 24.com. And then there's a repair icon, and then there's pricing, and you can click on pricing, click on the part that you need to be serviced, and then pick the model of your phone, choose the model of your phone, and then it'll tell you the price, and then you can just go ahead and fill with the rest, and in the option of mailing order, or you can just go to the main repair link, the icon, the button, and then just in the message thing, just put down your message of you would like us to fix your phone as you're located where, and then we'll just reply to you asking you to send out your address. Actually, not really. We'll just reply to you with our address for you to ship it to, and then we'll get your information. So when it comes to us, we'll fix it and we'll send it back to you. So this way it'll be easier for you to start going through our mail-in link, which you can do as well if you go from a browser, an actual browser on our website, iPhone Repair 24. So that's one thing you can do, and plus you also still get the lifetime warranty, and you get a free tempered glass on any repair if you don't have one already. And our prices are definitely competitive, and I don't think anybody can actually go lower than our price. The reason why, because our parts are quality controlled, and we use a grade A parts. We don't use a grade C or D that is super low quality just to make a sale. We actually make our own. We actually do our own assessment on every single part, and we do a quality assessment to make sure that every part is quality controlled and passes our quality test. And after that, we actually install the part on your phone, on your iPhone device. And currently, we only do iPhones because the engineering is much. It's very, very quality. I mean, it's not like Samsung. No offense to Samsung, but their phones, like when you open the phone, there's so many parts that can break by just like unscrewing it, because everything is just very poor quality parts. The manufacturing of it is very poor quality. Again, no offense to Samsung, but you can ask any shop. No one wants to touch the Samsung because they're just not quality parts, you know. And their parts as well. And so many things can go wrong during the repair, and we've had issues where we just kind of swore that we will not touch an Samsung again unless it's an older model, because the newer models are just made to break during the repair. Just horrible. Yeah, so that's about it for the mailing order. So you can just go through a mail order, and once you ship us the phone, we'll fix it and send it back to you. We can even send you a loaner phone if the repair is going to take longer, but most of our repairs take an hour or 2 hours the most. If anything, it takes 20 minutes or less. But you know, I mean, some repairs say if it's water damage, it takes like an hour or two. That's the only thing. But everything else takes like 25 to 30 minutes. And like some stuff takes like 50 minutes, 45 minutes, like the Bluetooth change or per se like the power button thing. That may take a little bit of time because we gotta take out more parts to get to that part. But either way, it'll take one full day to fix the phone and then send it back to you the same day, most likely, if not the next day. But if we're a little late, we'll send overnight free of charge just to accommodate for that. But we're normally on time because we do a very fast service, and we've done more than 2,000 phones, so we're kind of like pioneers in fixing phones, so that should not get in the way for an issue. We have another 8 minutes to go. We're almost getting there. The freeway is going smooth. Thanks to the stars. God, knock on wood. Get there in 8 minutes, 3.3 miles to be there. At 10:25 we'll arrive, just like I told my customer. So we're happy. Cool. I guess that's about it. I'm gonna let you go now so I can focus on where I'm going to exit soon. This is 2 miles, Jefferson, and I will come back and tell you how the repair went. I'm sure it's gonna go well. But I'll just give you some feedback of how it went, and wish you guys a good night. Stay tuned. I'll be back.